Traditional American fare, just like the American waistline, is looking more than a little pudgy these days, even though some states enjoy healthier reputations than others. Yes, Colorado, we mean you. No state is completely guilt-free when it comes to dishes with huge portion sizes, super high calorie counts, or sky-high fat content. So if you want to sample some of these regional favorites on your next road trip, your best bet may be to minimize your portion size. Here to walk us through these tasty treats is Amy O'Connor, editor-in-chief of health.com. Amy, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So many states have these really unhealthy regional dishes that are quite popular, right? How did you guys find these dishes?
Well, we wanted to know what people were really eating in their states, so we used Facebook and Twitter, and we got tons of submissions, and some of them were really quite shocking.
Very, very interesting. Yeah. And one of the healthiest states, Colorado, is certainly not immune to the junk food craze. What did you find there that was quite shocking?
Right. Colorado has the lowest rate of obesity in the country, and yet they enjoy something called a Jack and Grill's 7-pound breakfast burrito. This burrito looks like a Thanksgiving turkey. It's absolutely huge. It's got 7 potatoes, 12 eggs, and an entire pound of ham in it.
Oh my gosh, and how much fat is in something like that?
A whopping 100 grams of fat. That's way over the upper limit that you can have for the entire day.
What should you be aiming to have in one day? How much fat?
Between 24 and 50, and of course less is better.
Right.
And you want to have more of the good fats than the bad fats. Unfortunately, a lot of the foods here have a lot of the bad fats, the saturated kind.
Some of these might just be sort of unappetizing, but this is one of those that looks good, just have a few. All right, now let's move on to New Jersey, which is also in general one of the healthier states, but they've also got their indulgences.
Yeah, this sandwich is called the Fat Daryl. It's got every kind of bad food you could possibly imagine. Mozzarella sticks, you know, hamburgers, hot dogs, all on a bun, slathered in cheese. A local student apparently thought it was a good idea to sell these from a truck. I'm sure if you're a Rutgers student and you're working out a lot, you can get away with having one of these. The rest of us just can't.
And how much fat is in one of these?
One of these has a whopping 45 grams of fat at least, and it depends on what you put on it.
Right, and we can assume a ton of calories.
Yeah, so that's it for the entire day.
That's it. That's your meal. All right, so let's head over to West Virginia and the Hillbilly Hot Dogs 10-pound burger.
Yeah, it literally has 10 pounds of hamburger on it. It's got over 1,000 grams of fat. And this one isn't that funny because West Virginia is a state that has 31% of the population is obese. So we're actually trying to hope that they put a veggie burger on the menu because no one really should be eating this hamburger.
31% of the population is not just overweight, but actually obese.
Exactly.
Wow. All right, so what else is in this burger?
Oh gosh, it's got 10 pounds of hamburger meat, it's got 25 slices of cheese, 2 heads of lettuce, which is a good thing, and lots of bread. So, ugh.
And this is certainly not meant to be a single serving,
Oh,
right?
They say it serves one, but I would bring a crowd and have one bite.
It sounds like you could serve a football team there with that one. All right, let's move on to Connecticut and the Doogie's 2-foot-long hot dog. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, people from Connecticut deny that they eat this, but this is so popular there. There are 24 of these Doogie's restaurants in Hartford alone. It's a 2-foot-long pork and beef hot dog. It's on 3 rolls. It's got all the fixing on it. It's got well over 50 grams of fat. You know, if you're going to have a hot dog, just have one. Just have one. You don't need a 2-foot-long one.
Absolutely. Wow, that's incredible. All right, so let's move up to Alaska. There's a traditional Eskimo dessert there, the Eskimo ice cream, which is quite popular.
Yes.
Sounds exotic.
This is the most unusual thing we saw in all the states. It's Eskimo ice cream. Traditionally, Native people made it with reindeer fat, which has 91 grams of fat per serving. Now they make it with Crisco. And I don't know what else is in it. This is one of the ones that I just really, you know, I can pass.
What, is it good though? Does it taste good?
People up there like it.
It says there's also seal oil, salmon berries, and blackberries in it.
Different variations. And so the modern version has got Crisco instead of reindeer fat. Maybe it's a little bit healthier, but still, you just want to have a little bit.
I guess, though, that is one culture where they do rely on their fat to keep them warm in the winter, which they traditionally have.
Exactly. What it doesn't have in it is lots of sugar. It doesn't have a lot of meat in it. I mean, it's an unusual dish.
Yeah.
So
I'd be curious about trying it. Again, portion control, right?
Exactly.
All right, let's go back down to the Deep South. Georgia has something called the Luther Burger. Tell us about this.
Yes, this one was very intriguing. We were trying to find out why it's called a Luther burger. They claim it's named after Luther Vandross. Who knows why? Paula Deen put it on her show. A Luther burger is a hamburger with bacon, with cheese, with a fried egg, and instead of a bun, it's on a glazed Krispy Kreme donut.
No.
Yes. disgusting. I'm sure it's delicious.
Oh my gosh.
Please
wow.
don't eat this.
It's one of those things, put everything that you can imagine liking to eat in one burger.
Exactly.
All right. And do we know how many grams of fat this is?
Oh, at least 50 grams of fat. And again, we're not talking good fats here. We're talking bad fats.
Bad fats. All right, so we got to stay away from there. All right, so we'll round up our culinary trip through the country with New York City, right here in New York. What is it that we're indulging in here that's really expanding our waistline?
This one was a real surprise to us. It's called a garbage plate. People in New York City actually don't eat much of a garbage plate, but upstate it's very popular. And in Rochester, a garbage plate is literally a garbage plate. Every kind of bad food you could possibly imagine. Potato salad, macaroni and cheese, hamburgers, all on a plate with French fries slathered in cheese and hot sauce. It's 3 pounds of food.
Wow.
So,
and how many grams of fat in something like this?
Oh, hundreds, just hundreds.
Oh my goodness.
And it depends on what you put on your garbage plate. But if you're going to have a garbage plate, please share it with a crowd. Don't just eat it yourself.
Some of these actually sound tempting to me, but the garbage plate doesn't. I have to say.
I don't know. I want to try it.
You want to try it?
I do.
Have you actually personally tried any of the?
No, next year. That's my goal. I want to travel
year.
around the country and sample these and see if they're really as bad as they sound.
So, Amy, supposedly we're all becoming more health conscious. So, what is behind the rise of these sort of obviously gargantuan meals?
Well, I don't really know, but I can guess that there's somewhat of a backlash. I think people are really tired of being nagged by the nutrition police telling them what to eat and how they can't have this and they can't have that. And you know, calories are now posted in so many restaurants. I think there's sort of a shock value and a lot of humor to some of these fatty dishes. Of course, it's not funny if you have heart disease or diabetes, so you have to keep it all in balance.
And it's one thing to laugh at them, it's another thing to eat them, right, Amy?
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much. And if you want to stay on top of the latest health and wellness news, you can always head on over to the health page at abcnews.com.